This moment reveals something profound about the mystery of Jesus' coming. He did not arrive to stand apart from the faith, traditions, and rhythms of his people, but to enter fully into them. The presentation in the temple was not a ritual he needed, for he is God himself, the one to whom every offering is ultimately made. Just as he later submitted to baptism, though he was without sin, here too he embraced a rite meant for those he came to redeem. Why would the Lord of Heaven submit to a ceremony meant for his own creatures? Because he came not as a distant deity, but as Emmanuel, God with us. He entered into the story of his people, choosing to walk the same path, to share in their customs, to live under the very law he himself had given. From his earliest days, Jesus identified himself completely with humanity. He allowed himself to be carried into the temple as every firstborn son was, fulfilling the law that flowed from his own divine wisdom. In doing so, he dignified the ordinary acts of faith, the offerings, the prayers, the small obediences that make up a life of devotion. Nothing was beneath him, not a mother's humble sacrifice of turtle doves, not a priest's blessing, not the everyday customs that marked Israel's covenant life. Each gesture, when touched by his presence, became radiant with divine purpose. Through his participation, Jesus didn't merely affirm the old covenant, he fulfilled it. He wove himself into its fabric, transforming every human act of worship into a meeting place between heaven and earth. In him, religion ceased to be a ladder reaching toward God and became instead the dwelling of God among us. The presentation shows us that the Holy One who needs nothing chose to need us, to live within our patterns of worship, to sanctify the ordinary, to make the human sacred by his presence. Every faithful act, no matter how small, can now be a temple moment, a place where God and humanity meet in love.